Okay, now let's get on to our African champion for today. Welcome, and the show is Africa Daily on Africa Global Radio. Let's get on to our African champion.
African champions.
African champion.
African champions.
African champions.
From our base Ghana, Josephine Godwyll.
You be champion.
Now, the innovator of Lab and Library on Wheels. This is actually a mobile solar hybrid cart with gadgets and e-learning resources for under-resourced schools. Now, this is what she came up with, which I think is actually very, very brilliant. Now, geospatial engineer Josephine Godwyll came up with the idea when, as a student, she taught at a rural school during an outreach program. Her students did not have access to library books or laboratories and had to rely on theoretical lessons only. Her unit contains laptops, tablets, and practical teaching and learning materials customized to suit the size of the school. Each device is preloaded with the Anansi, the teacher e-learning app, which uses interactive games and local folklore to encourage reading, as well as science, technology, engineering, art, and math. That's the STEAM content. Now, the practical kits also contain readily available household materials to use in STEAM-related hands-on activities. Fixed libraries and laboratories cost up to $25,000 to build and cater for a limited number of students in Ghana. Many schools are unable to afford these and operate without regular power supply. Lab and Library on Wheels eliminates the need for fixed libraries and laboratories, as the 6,500 hand carts with e-resources and kits can be pushed from one classroom to the next. Schools that are unable to pay upfront can arrange a payment plan. Now, Godwill's team installs a solar panel on the roof of each school, and energy from the panel is stored in a battery and used to charge all devices. She is updating the carts to include a built-in battery and solar panels so that the cart can be used in places that are even more remote. 500 children at 3 Ghanaian schools are already using Godwill's technology. After only 4 practical lessons, 72% of the students scored above average in evaluation tests. And after 6 months of using the lab and library on wheels, the students' average test score increased by 21%. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant thing to do. What a great innovator she is. Talk about Josephine Godwyll. Thinking about how, excluded, not to say that intentionally, but sometimes forgotten, because these remote areas, man, you'd never even know that there's actually a village and there's a school actually educating the future generations of the world. But then it happens, and for Josephine Godwyll, to come up with such an innovation that, actually even cuts down cost, and which I think stakeholders, both governments and NGOs, would want to, look at this as an alternative. If there are no funds enough to build a station, the library, of course, there are alternative methods to do. And that's one thing that Josephine Godwyll has already started.
You are an African champion.
Log on to africaglobalradio.com and you can find amazing things Africans are doing right here on the continent.